Hi, I'm Travis Williams, the writer-director of this movie, and that guy, Marty.
Oh, can we talk now?
Yes, you can talk now.
Okay. Hi, I'm Kurt. I'm the other guy that you can see.
Hi, I am Jeffrey Johnson, and I'm the guy that you can't see for most of the film except for a few places.
He does have the best shirt, though.
He does, his Donnie Darko shirt.
Yeah, it's the best shirt.
Yeah, I like that shirt. I sleep in that shirt now.
That's me, or my butt.
Yeah, I don't think anybody ever laughs because like it points to your butt, like the Irwin arrow to your butt. I don't think that ever.
You know, I never
laugh.
noticed that.
You know what else? Nobody can see the white horse.
I know, that's why I added the title.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was trying to salvage that joke. It never quite happened.
I am so glad you lost those glasses.
I didn't lose them. They broke.
Oh, look, there's my old car in the background too.
My old work truck.
That's actually my mother's house.
And that's me.
Springs.
You don't see me a lot, but that's me.
And here we are at the state capitol.
This was one of those shots we had to do a million times.
It was. I remember because we kept turning around at the light and coming back.
And it was like a mixture of things. It was like I didn't know my lines, and then the camera didn't work.
Yeah, the sound was off.
And then the sound was off. Yeah, it was like forever.
And this was the camera that still used mini DV tape, so I actually had to rewind the tape to make sure it had sound, which was like, it's a big no-no. You're not supposed to ever do that.
Took a pencil, the whole thing. It was crazy.
Note the homage to Back to the Future, right there.
The DeLorean?
Yep, your parking pass.
Oh, I thought there was a DeLorean. I was like, where? I didn't see it.
Oh, the bag. Yeah, that bag got red glitter all over my car. Like, every now and then I still find little bits of red glitter.
They're from you. They're not
Yeah, I'm fairly sure it's from the bag.
That's a convenient excuse.
I had this bag once when I did this movie, and it's not from me, or last Friday night. Ouch.
And this is true, like what I'm saying here, like in one of her speeches, she said if you talk to her for more than 6 minutes, or more than 5 minutes, she'll write a song about you. That, like, all the Taylor Swift references like that are actually fairly accurate.
Research, huh?
I did a lot of research.
Yes.
It is a lot of research. Ooh, Denham Springs!
Yeah, Kurt made fun of me along the way because I was insistent that we actually shoot the scenes. No, they're supposed to be in the car in Mississippi in this shot. We're going to shoot this dialogue scene in Mississippi. And Kurt's like, trees are trees!
Yeah, but it turned out to be alright because I knew none of my lines when we got into the car that morning.
It's very true. You look at all the pictures, it's nothing but Kurt and his script.
It is. And as are most of the bloopers. Kurt with no idea what the lines are.
Yeah, all those text tones are added in post. We didn't do any of those on set. And, like, the reason, like, there's nothing on my iPhone right there. That's one of the reasons that cutaway's in there, to hide the fact that my phone didn't get a message.
You specifically bought that case for this.
It's actually not a case. It's a sticker thing you sort of stick on the back.
Regardless.
Yeah. I bought it.
Okay, as long as it, you know.
Well, I'm fine with you buying it. What I would be fine was if it's still on your phone.
No, it's well, I don't even have that phone anymore, but
All right, well,
it's a different phone. Okay, this is a lie. This is actually a rest stop in Louisiana.
Was it?
Yes,
Yeah, it was.
because it was the last thing we shot on our way back from Nashville.
The 3 or 4 other times that I've driven by here since, I go, hey, I know this type of place. Now,
I didn't remember that.
This wasn't the puking rest stop, though, right? We had a different rest stop for the puking.
Yeah, because we see
that was the rest stop with the late night
the
rendezvous area
place,
in the corner, which we were like, okay. Glad
Oh,
it's
look,
not
you can
out.
see the Tic Tacs in that shot. I didn't realize that they were on the table for that. That's very clever of me. Establishing. That's the joke. I'm having Tic Tacs for lunch. Ha ha.
I'm not sure you can claim it as a joke if you're just not realizing it.
I think it was probably intentional.
I love the intentional placement of the sign between you guys.
The pet rest area?
Pet rest area.
Tailored. Yeah, okay, thinking up these is actually really difficult. Like, it was...
They turned out better than I thought they would. Like, audiences respond to them better
They
than I thought
do.
they would.
Well, and I think what helps, because, you know, we break them up. We do, like, 2 or 3 here, and then 2 or 3 a little bit later. And, of course, one is sort of...
I like watching with audiences and seeing who notices that I use the David Letterman thing about being from the home office.
Yeah, which was an ad-lib. That's not in the actual script. Okay, there's brilliant sound editing in this scene because we had Maine's vomiting right there.
Yeah.
But you hear him vomiting through this whole scene. But actually, on location that day, he wasn't vomiting.
No,
I actually pulled the sounds from other takes.
I did not vomit.
I pulled sounds from other takes to make it sound like he's, losing his lunch the whole time.
That trail behind him, that's where it leads to the adult
Oh
rendezvous.
yeah, you can clearly see there's a
Yeah, there's a
footpath.
walking trail there. So if you're ever at that rest stop late at night, don't stop.
Don't wander off.
Yeah,
Oh, and there's the joke in here about chicken Madeira.
which is a favorite, but you can barely hear it.
Yeah. Yep, there
There
it is.
it is.
Chicken Madeira. It's because when we had stopped for dinner in Nashville, Jeff had chicken Madeira and would not stop talking about how good his.
Oh
chicken
my God,
Madeira
the
was.
Cheesecake Factory! What?
that's right.
It's awesome.
Yes.
It's
I
epic.
miss those shoes. Sorry, I just noticed them.
I like
They're
those
very
shoes too.
Batman-esque.
They were. That's why I bought them.
I had no doubt.
I know.
Those are Under Armour shoes, are they not?
Yes, they
Yeah,
are.
of course they are. It's Kurt.
I heard they're opening that store, Kurt. An outlet, but never. I digress.
They already have. I've already been there 3 times.
It's a wonder. Like, we really should get Under Armour to send us some money, considering how much product placement we give them in this movie.
Really?
This movie and the next movie. Everything I wear in the next movie that's not the shirt you make me wear is Under Armour.
Right. I'm pretty sure you should just get an Under Armour tattoo.
I thought about it. That seems a bit whorish.
Ginger snaps. Okay, Ginger being in.
I love that shot. That was my favorite shot
The
of me
chicken
picking
coop?
up.
It was so
the
random,
chicken
too.
coop. No,
Yeah,
it was
that was
right-
early,
it's-
too.
Well, but
it
I mean, it
couldn't
was-
be anything but Mississippi.
That's true. That's true.
I think that was still in Louisiana though. 'cause
No,
that was very early.
it was
it
Mississippi.
Mississippi?
Very early. Dude, we got on the road at like 4 a.m.
Yeah, but it was early in the journey. Like we hadn't made it even to Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, we
yet.
weren't at my favorite city in the world, Birmingham.
Birmingham.
I should move
There's
there.
a story.
Oh yeah, ginger snaps. But those are for mains because ginger being a natural remedy for car sickness. That's kind of the idea behind the ginger snaps. And it just sounds cool. It sounded funny.
I learned that by doing this film. I didn't know that.
Oh, well, there
The
you
ginger
go.
snap thing?
And I had to buy this poster for this
Yes,
shot.
there's more
here.
of his research.
Yes, but no, it was totally worth it because this shot, because YouTube sort of chooses what still frame of the video at random. You get to choose between 3. You don't actually get to pick like where in the movie you want it to be the still image on YouTube,
Oh,
like
okay.
when you embed it. But for the trailer, one of these shots in here is and it's perfect because it's got me and then Taylor behind it. Because for a movie where we talk about Taylor Swift so much, other than my shirt, we don't actually see her very often. So it's nice to remind people that
That this is not a movie about Taylor Swift.
it's not, which is why it's the first line of the movie is, this is not about Taylor Swift, because
it's about love and loss and brotherhood.
it's about chasing your dream. It's about where is that line in chasing your dreams? Are you going too far? Or are you not going far enough? Because Marty and Irwin represent the polar opposites in that.
I like here we established the quilt.
Mm-hmm.
The quilt factors in later.
And the reason the whole quilt thing is because Taylor Swift is rumored to like quilts. It's just a thing.
It's more of Travis's research.
Yep, I did a lot of research.
He's up researching at 3 o'clock in the morning. So
Every night.
He's researching.
And see, here's a pop culture reference that I
he's
don't know if people
researching
still
until he's
get.
blind.
See, this I bet that's Taylor Swift. Like I don't know if people catch
Oh, this was fun.
the reference to the
LSU
Justin Bieber
fans,
video.
we had a lot of fun here.
Yeah,
yeah, he got out of the car with an LSU shirt on.
Yeah.
Right there at the
Right
at
here.
the
At
stadium.
the stadium. We parked right at the stadium.
Some weird guy in a shirt thought we were shooting porn.
Yeah.
At the barbecue place.
Like
that's
the
right.
weird like Caribbean shirt guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That line is ADR. This one too.
Fun fact, if you ever go to the University of Alabama campus, the statues of past coaches
Back to the Future reference. Whee!
are completely The Nick Saban,
Nick Saban one
statue
is way
is
smaller.
way big
Way too big and very hot on a sunny
and
day.
very angry.
Very hot on a sunny day.
Now, Jeff, do you want to talk about this shot?
This was a fun.
I wanted to shoot. I had creative differences with the director. I wanted this shot to utilize the space that you'll see behind us where that door is, but we didn't.
Because it's flat, dull, and boring.
It would have been beautiful.
No, I love the trunk shot.
The trunk shot hurt, and when you hear me go ow, 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 that's real pain.
That's in a blooper, not in the movie.
Now this is one of the spots where in the bloopers you'll see me a bunch of times because this whole long thing I didn't know,
Yeah, and in the
and it was hot, and I was
and if you watch
angry.
the bloopers, there's one take where Jeff's hat's on the hood of the top of the
The
car.
I mean the roof,
Yeah,
which you called the hood in the blooper.
I do call it that, and I just did it now too. And look, there's another pop culture reference coming up that's really forced, but it's still funny.
Yeah, see, I don't know.
Does anybody remember
It's the
his
forced camera
name?
move.
Well, that's the thing.
The camera
I think
anticipates the
it's
line.
so
is the problem.
self-conscious that it makes it work. But other than that, I'm like, I don't know. It's too forced.
What was that guy's name that said that? Lee
Is it-
Brittany?
I forget.
His time's up. 15
Yeah, his
minutes
15
expired.
is up.
This is 50 minutes expired a long time ago. That poor shirt smelled terrible by the end of this.
Yours,
still
his,
have
or
that shirt?
mine?
Yes, I do.
Aw.
I wear it.
Aw. Actually, if you look at the YouTube comments on one of the Taylor Swift Stalker videos, I forget which one. It might be the bloopers, actually. Somebody's like, no, it's the top 10 from this movie. Somebody's like, go Pens!
Yeah, I saw that.
I don't know. It could go any number of a million different ways, and I'm not going to know which way it's going to go until I start with hello.
See, look how sweaty I am. No, don't look at that. That's gross.
Packing up and heading home.
So this is this movie had existed in my mind for a long time before we actually ended up shooting it, because I had originally wanted to do it about Tara Lipinski. Like that was sort of the early days of
she
Hedges Pictures.
tweeted you.
Yeah, that's not where I'm going.
We
Just once
know.
she did.
Let it go.
But what the story I'm telling is like, since Hedges Pictures started, this was a kind of movie I had wanted to do for a long time. It was going to be about Tara. All my notes were about Tara Lipinski. But when we sat down and this movie like really sort of came to the forefront, it's like, well, Tara's not.
You
really
might have had a
culturally
more of a
relevant.
shot of getting her.
Well, thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that.
No, I don't
agree.
mean that. I mean
That's
that.
true.
It is true, but the problem was like she's
Jeff's
not,
favorite.
Birmingham.
Well, we'd also thought about just making somebody. I don't know if you knew this, Kurt, but like had thought about just making up a celebrity that didn't really exist, just to sort of drive the point home that we're not talking about. Look, there's a Swift truck behind us. You know, just to sort of drive the point home of the movie, like this idea of chasing your dreams.
Isn't there a
or not.
Swift truck in front of you too? No, that was a different restaurant.
No, it'll be right here when we get on the road again. See, there it is.
Now, there is a Swift drinking game, y'all. You take a shot every time you see a Swift truck, because from here on out, I think there's a couple more. if
Actually, I
remember
think this
correctly.
is the end.
I thought there was more.
Oh yeah, we talked about doing this about Avril Lavigne at one point too.
Ooh.
Yeah, but the nice thing about Taylor Swift is that she's a very polarizing figure. Like in pop culture, people tend to either really like her or really hate her, like these two people. Or,
I also want to state just for the commentary, I am not this hateful about Taylor Swift.
He's really not, folks.
I'm not a huge fan, but I'm not this.
but
hateful.
he's not that angry. Kurt is just not that mad.
Well, if we're going there, I want to state for the record that I'm not as big a fan as my character. Like I find her interesting and appreciate her. But nobody believes it. I don't know how many other ways I could say it.
It's part of the part we play. You play the part of the guy who doesn't like her as much as you like her, and we play the part of the people that don't believe
Tell
her.
me what inspired the vest. I never talked to you about that.
I just think it looks nice.
Really?
Now, I am also the only one in the damn car that knows how to change a tire.
That is not true.
I mean, that is not true.
No. That's not true.
Oh, and the other reason, look, you can see the microphone at the bottom of the frame, right dead center.
Yeah, but it just looks like a fuzzy ball.
Yeah, which is okay. They're making a documentary. It's cool. But
Looks like you have a gear shift that's fuzzy.
Marty would.
He would.
Marty would.
Well, he absolutely would. It would be pink, though.
And sparkly.
But see, the nice thing about getting back to the decision to go with Taylor Swift was this idea that, Nashville, where she lives, and, is sort of a country music, the home of country music, was a very realistic goal. It's like, where we're in Louisiana, we can drive to Nashville. If it's Avril Lavigne, well, I'm not driving to Canada. If it's Tara Lipinski, I mean, she doesn't...
Where is she?
Well, she lives in California, I think. She has a house
I would've
in
done that.
Stalk much?
in the Carolinas. But,
I totally would have driven to California.
When she was training, she was in Texas and then Michigan. Like, so the problem, like, there's not an easily identifiable physical goal like this. And the idea that Taylor would be playing at the Bluebird, which is one of the places she was discovered early in her career.
Discovered.
That was a major...
Quote, unquote, discovered.
Yeah.
Well, the Bluebird is a big deal.
Now,
in
this was
Nashville.
fun. We shot this the second weekend.
This was the second weekend. This is Baton Rouge.
This is like a
And this is
Sunday
Baton
morning
Rouge.
at 10.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And we're actually drinking. I think this is the first Hedges Pictures movie where we're actually drinking while
At
filming.
10 o'clock on a Sunday morning.
It was glorious.
And we all fall silent for this scene.
Well, I mean, what's there to say?
I think it's...
Okay, that was improv, though.
Yes, it
I brought that up. Because, that was my doing. I like that. Oh, there's
I made Kurt do that.
We made sure to get that.
No, because I think he was like, I could do that. I'm like, well, do it here.
Yeah, don't ever tell Travis you can do things.
Because they end up in a movie.
I like your, B-roll bar shots.
You mean the out of focus one?
I like that angry dude in the cowboy hat. Who's this dancing around near me?
That's Thomas Daniel, and the fun fact about him, that guy is actually the voice of the guy at the end, the last shot of the movie where you hear sort of the announcer at Marty's new job, like, I need to get this shipment out now. That's actually him. Because we did his voiceover when we shot this, and the voice of your daughter, we shot that audio in the bar. You know, Daddy,
that
can
shot.
I watch Care
That's
Bears?
fun.
That was improv too. I didn't tell y'all to get that. It was so humid. Look how sweaty we are. Because this is before.
Yeah, it was early.
Yeah, this was actually where we started. We started shooting this, and then went.
And there's
inside.
my old car.
In my old work truck.
And clothes I still own.
Freaking believable.
And here I get. Did I actually write? Yeah, I did write the 13 things I want to do.
Yes, you did.
I wasn't that so cruel as to make you memorize them.
Sing the Canadian national anthem. And now
And that's because Shania Twain is Canadian.
Yeah, I don't think that joke ever works.
It's one of those.
nobody
that
ever
You
laughs.
get it, you get it.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
you get
but
it,
like
you get
3
it.
people laugh.
Hey, it's worth it for those.
All
3
right,
people.
that's cool.
Oh, and Tic Tacs, like supposedly Taylor Swift likes Tic Tacs. That's why Marty is always carrying Tic Tacs around. Okay, nobody believes me here that like, they're like, oh, Travis, you're not doing a very good job of trying to get it back from Kurt. Really, that is my best effort. Because,
I can vouch for y'all. He was not being soft.
like, because I was like, okay, we're gonna mime this a little bit, and then I was like, well, let me really try and see where the boundary is. Like,
Y'all-
I never found
you
it.
guys were making-
That's real. That's my best effort.
You guys were making me dizzy in this shot.
That's because you're walking backwards. That's
I
hard.
know.
That's very hard.
I really do miss that car. Truck, SUV, what have you.
Prop.
That thing in the background.
He said a dirty
Language
word.
in a Hedges Pictures film.
Yeah, that's
All my
we've actually used that
dialogue
before.
is language in this.
Yeah, but we very rarely use an actual expletive in Hedges Pictures. We have used that one before, though. I said it in Dance World Revelations.
It was hot, and he's back.
Yeah, that's a really awkward cut. I'm sorry, guys. I should have fixed that.
And we're back.
Yeah, I admit in writing the script it was a lot of fun to try and think of how many obstacles.
This
could
one
get in
was always
somebody's
the one
way.
that was sort of a bridge too far for me.
What, the idea that they would walk?
Well, that there were no rental cars available and that they would walk. That one was always bordering
You
on a
have
bridge
to
too far.
Well, look,
Suspend
the
disbelief.
fans there in the background have melted due to the humidity.
It's-
It is the apocalypse. There are no rental cars.
the
Fans are melting.
It is the end of the world.
I bought tape for this. I mean, I can stick around. Nashville's only a few miles.
That's so gonna date this movie in a couple of years. Like
Tape?
Well, it's
Yeah,
even
but you know
dated
what?
at this
But
point.
that's okay, because, like, I'll still say, refer to DVR something as I taped it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, well,
I taped it.
Yeah, we taped it.
and people. That is one of the questions I get asked most often. What's in the bag? What do you? Oh, that sounds like a line for a trailer.
What if I write a line for the trailer here?
And here comes Easy Breezy Beautiful Cover Girl. Because Taylor Swift is a cover girl.
Can you hear my sigh on tape?
Probably. I think we get into more top 10 after this. One thing I really like about this movie is it's to a certain degree non-linear because the top 10 list is broken up, but we also start the movie with them in Nashville, which is really exciting, I think, when we get to Nashville and we get to that scene again, because then I think it really creates this nice moment of, the movie started here! Okay, I don't know what's going to happen anymore, because I always knew that no matter what happened, they were going to get to this point, and they were going to say it's not about Taylor Swift, but now, oh my god!
Yeah, and I think everybody invests that much care into it.
I
too,
think
every
so.
time.
I think they do.
They're just with it.
But part of the design of those opening couple of lines was...
This was
improvised,
great.
too.
One of the things I remember, I mean, I'd always, as a kid, had seen fireflies. But that night, the fireflies
there were
were
fireflies
insane. It was beautiful.
It was.
My favorite was all the wedding guests from the wedding going on inside the party.
Yeah, there's a
There's
wedding
the wedding
inside,
and the
going,
parking
who
lot.
are these crazy people?
There's big band dancing.
Yeah, there's
There,
a big
and
band
there's
down
a
the hill.
band over from, if you could look from our perspective to where...
Yeah. And
Yeah,
there's people, just general park goers all around.
You almost got that sentence out, Jeff. Good job.
It's
Which reminds us of a quote that I can't repeat on this
Yeah,
commentary
yeah, well.
that you said that night.
Oh yeah,
It
part of
sounds
the,
like sound effects in the back where you put the carnival
Oh,
music.
yeah.
That was actually happening at the fair across
Yeah,
the
it
way.
was. It was crazy. There was a lot going on that night for us to
There
film
was,
that.
which is another reason I'm glad we split this scene. Because originally, you know, the ending of this movie, like their whole Marty and Irwin's final conversation was sort of. My problem was in the original script. Even in the script we left Baton Rouge with on our way to Nashville, they don't go to the Bluebird Cafe. And Kurt and I had discussed at great length. Well, you know, it seems weird. They're not going to. You know, they talk about the Bluebird so much. It seems weird for them to get to Nashville and turn around. Why would they not go to the Bluebird? So we actually divided that scene. We were in the hotel and decided how to figure it out. So we split that scene, which was like 5-6 pages, in half. So they do half of it here as it was scripted, and then the second half of the scene, they're in front of the Bluebird, and we added some lines about, oh, you know, she's not going to finish the set this late, or she's not coming. So it's more realistic. That
Travis's favorite bit of Kurt acting.
Which part?
We've been here. The one coming up. The one.
Oh, Marty, we've been here for 2.5 hours. Oh, look, here it is. Here it is. Oh my gosh, this is where the movie started. Oh, and part of the idea behind this was knowing that this was going to be one of the first Hedges Pictures movies that was like straight to YouTube. It was the first Hedges Pictures movie to do a straight to YouTube debut, arguably. It was the first big one. So and knowing that this one was hopefully going to get a lot of traffic, I wanted something that when people clicked on it, they were going to know pretty quick what they were in for. So that's why we got Taylor Swift in there real quick.
I don't know how we had the budget to build a Parthenon.
I know, for real.
I wish we had a wide shot of it. I blame the cameraman.
It's that big. You can't get that.
Yeah, you could have done it. I blame myself.
An established.
No, I shoehorn one in because to transition out of this scene into the Bluebird, I shoehorn one in here but it would have been nice to establish wider, but. And that's part of my problem of trying to direct and be on camera is that. Yeah, see, so this originally wasn't see, there's my awkward forced wide shot.
Hey, look, it's the top of the Parthenon.
Here's my favorite Kurt line. No, that's just quality acting. You know?
It is.
You know, the choice
Fantastic.
to indicate. The choice to
It's
indicate
fantastic.
is always a choice. And Kurt, you've actually been to acting school in Los Angeles.
And I made that choice consciously, and I
And
think
that
it
was
works
a-
beautifully.
Now, I
You've been
will
here
tell
for
you this.
2.5 hours.
I think it works beautifully.
If you go to the Bluebird Cafe, which is a fine establishment, be prepared because they have rules. There are rules at the Bluebird.
Well,
You
that's
don't-
one of the things it's known for is that, you know, you don't.
Well, there's no talking. The
Yeah.
T-shirt that I got says "Shh, no talking," but they're like, they are fierce at the Bluebird.
Yeah, because we went in and I wanted to get
I didn't
some.
even go in.
I wanted to get some merchant. I was like, I'm at the Bluebird. I want a T-shirt. I want a magnet. I want something.
I gave you a poster
Yeah, we're sitting under it right now.
right now. I gave you that.
But we walked in and there was a show going on and we got a whole bunch of dirty looks. And
Well, you know, if they had glass that you could see through so that you would know that,
yeah,
you wouldn't have walked in.
Yeah, they were like, whatever, and I'm like, I'm trying to just buy something, and they were still mean.
incidentally, the scene right after this, the whole musical montage, is one of my favorite moments in the movie. I just really like that song. And the music, Luke Ash and Denton Hatcher are two local Baton Rouge musicians who I got in touch with Ben Harrington, who had done music for Hedges Pictures in the past. And was like, Ben, you know, we're doing this sort of road trippy kind. I don't want country music per se, but it's kind of country music-y, like thematically. Do you know anybody? And he put me in touch with Luke and Denton, who had such a fantastic library of stuff to choose from, and I fell in love with all their stuff, and I really think it helps give a lot of character to the movie.
By the way,
Particularly,
I felt
nowhere
really
better
bad
than
calling
this.
her a curly-headed whore in this scene.
Oh, that was the
Yeah,
one.
you did. Feel bad
Yeah, you
about it.
did.
Of all that you said, why do you feel bad about that?
Because
one?
that was
That's
so blatantly harsh. Curly-headed whore is just so blatantly harsh.
But you have such a beautiful flair to your finger
and
as
it's
you
like
point.
personal.
This shot. Now, this was. I really liked.
I do too many hand things. That's what I
No,
do.
no.
Things.
You do. There's like four.
There's like
in that one shot.
there's four.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah.
And I'm walking away.
Yeah, I was very emotionally wound up.
This was fun right here when we shot this. I really liked what we got done here.
This was the hard one because you two had to just get out of the car.
Yeah, there was because there
I
was a
just
big.
parked
Well, this
Car
weekend,
waited.
this particular weekend,
It was
the
country-
CMA
yeah, it was a
festival
musical.
week.
So like,
It was
the
really
street,
packed.
like just to the left, like where the cameraman is, like the major thoroughfare
That-
is bumper to bumper traffic.
That
so-
right there, though, hang on. That is actually.
Yeah, thanks for letting me finish that.
No,
sentence. I
I'm gonna let
appreciate
you
that.
finish that. I'm Kanye.
You're gonna let me finish that?
That was actually DreamWorks Records office, or Big Machine.
Yeah,
rather.
Big Machine. That's Taylor's label. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very nondescript office. They don't have any signage, but that's why that random residential looking house is
looking
there.
thing.
Anyway, major traffic. Kurt kept driving the car, and so he circled the block while Jeff and I got that shot, and then jumped back in.
And our
Right
light
there,
money shot.
that light going off, you couldn't pay to get that. It's such symbolism. It's like the
Yeah.
dream is over. You know.
Let's go home. I just love what the music does here. It's just such beautiful mood-wise.
And if you watch the bloopers, Kurt
grabs
his
my
ass.
ass there. Yeah,
I knew there'd be a blooper reel.
and you know, the ending of this, everybody's like, that's so sad, but so, you know, true to life and so good. Like, and this is one of those movies where I had the ending in mind very early on. Like, I knew where I wanted to end, and built backwards. So I did for this movie, knew very early on what I wanted the ending to be. Because I wanted it to be where you as an audience member were questioned. It
Wouldn't
forces
have worked
you-
nearly as well if the actor didn't have that LA film school training and knew how to subtly give those lines.
Anyway, I was pretty adamant that the audience be forced to make the decision. Well, like, how do I feel about this? Like, I don't feel good, but why? And let me tell you what a pain in the butt this scene was to sound edit. To make it sound like he's in... Because we're just in my mother's, like, spare room. Like, I had to add all those sound and work and the PA system and echo to... Like, it's a complicated little throwaway shot.
Alright.
Haven't really been keeping up with Taylor of late. I think she's playing in the Olympics at the end of the month.
And of course, you know, we have the reference to that earlier, what we established. You know, one of these days Taylor's going to call. And I spent a lot of time, like, how many rings should there be? How many rings before we go to black? How long of a pause in black should we wait before we get the end credits to start? Like, it's...
And we go there.
And there's one ring in black. And then there's a brief pause. And then our end credit music, which is so... I love Luke's song here. Okay, the D is capitalized. Pay attention to the capital letters, because they mean something. So D, E. This is going to be like Sesame Street. S. I actually had to stop and think for a minute, like, what that spells out. T. Do you
So
know-
far, we're at destroy.
So, I don't see any there.
There aren't there. The reason for these capital letters is there's an I in there. Production assistant.
Oh.
In Taylor, if you get Taylor CDs and you open up her music books, she does this. She'll capitalize random letters and they spell out clues to what that song is actually about. That's why everybody knows what song is about which ex-boyfriend, because she does some kind of hidden hint in the CD book. There's an N, I think, maybe, possibly. I think, yeah, probably was. Knowing where we're going with this. Why? It's destiny. It spells destiny. Yeah, because she's my destiny. Thanks for watching, guys. And girls.